was decent. I'm all up in your face like a last minute prom zit. Oh my god, this is like the worst date ever. Yo, I have a crazy OU match that I had like on my stream about 2 days ago, man. I cannot begin to tell you how crazy this is. Alright, so oh my lord. So I'm just gonna switch out into my boy Tentacruel, right? He's gonna go for the flamethrower, and then afterwards follow up with the U-turn. So I'm like, alright, this is awesome. I can knock off whatever decides to come in. I'm thinking like maybe he might have the, you know, Thunder Punch. I have seen that, yo. I've seen Thunder Punch, Life Up Thunder Punch on a freaking Infernape. So I'm like, alright, let me just knock off his leftovers. He goes out into Blastoise, right? I knock off his Rocky Helmet, which is not too, I guess, not too uncommon. But then he proceeds to Earthquake me, and I'm sitting at my DS like, what? Are you serious right now? So I'm like, alright, let me switch out to my boy Wobbuffet. So he might be a little bit on the offensive side, but then he shows me Toxic before I go for the Safeguard. So I'm like, what is going on? So let me get this straight. Your Rocky Helmet, you got Toxic, you got Earthquake, and you got Outright. Oh! What is going on here? I mean, there's this kid outside throwing a tantrum at his mom. He's like, Mommy, I want the ice cream. And that's exactly what I feel like doing in this case scenario, son. Outrage, are you serious? And then afterwards he switches out into a Infernape. So I'm like, I bet Infernape's gonna smack himself in confusion. I could get off the stun sport. I'm looking wavy right now. Nope. So I bet Infernape's gonna smack himself twice in confusion, and afterwards I'm gonna be able to finish it off with a Tentacruel. That's the first hit. Oh, what you doing, Infernape? What's going on, son? I thought monkeys were a little bit smarter than that, but then afterwards I guess he heard my little taunt, snapped out of confusion, went for the U-turn. In comes Ferrothorn, man, only to get burned. That's what I'm talking about, son. Ah, yeah, man. Look at Ferrothorn's expression. You see that little line across his eyes, man? He don't look too happy at all. And I'm gonna bring in my boy Landers to intimidate you a little bit more further. So I'm just gonna bring in that thing. Perfect time for me to set up my Stealth Rocks, man. Blastoise, you wanna see a true Rocky Helmet, homeboy? This Stealth Rock's about to show your whole squad what the Rocky Helmet is all about. I dare somebody on your squad to switch out right now, homeboy. Your whole squad about to be nicknamed Fred Flintstone by the time my rocks is finished with you. Get at me, son. So anyway, he goes for Toxic, coming from Ferrothorn. And with that said, there is no way in heaven, hell, I don't give a shit what realm you live in right now, the world of the fucking living, because I'm clearly not living looking at this shit, that I can predict what he's gonna do. I mean, after all, he switched into Infernape on a Tentacruel, and on my switch out into Landorus went for Flamethrower. What the fuck is going on? So whoever this guy is controlling the 6 Pokemon that I have to face right here and now, I'm definitely gonna be seeing you in my nightmares, buddy. You didn't have to do all that kind of stuff, man. I mean, my stream was like, yo, Kashif, you better watch out, homeboy. You might have the choice back Psychic. And I didn't even put it past this guy after all I've seen. So I'm like, you know what? My Conqueror could probably take a Psychic. You know, maybe I'm just gonna stay and go for the bulk up just in case. Nah, I'm trusting it. But he turns out to be like Trick Room, Pain Split. I'm gonna hit his ass with the Ice Punch again after he gives me a +1 boost thanks to his Will-O-Wisp. So I'm like, alright, this is awesome. Maybe I can take it out. Just maybe. I don't know. I'm not too confident in Conqueror's ability, as shallow as that sounds. It's the truth in this case scenario because Dusknoir happens to be, and if you guys do remember back in 4th gen when you had like the meta game of Dusknoir and Weezing and Donphan, you know, running amok in OU. That Dusknoir happens to be one of the most defensive things out there. Look at that shit, man. Or that testosterone he's packing with his mouth and his stomach telling me he gonna eat hits. I eat hits for breakfast. He. Shut the fuck up. My boy Ninetales about to put you in your place. What you know about that shit? Anyway, in comes Slowbro, man. I'm about to switch the hell out of here. My choice scarf Ninetales ain't doing shit. So, I'm bringing my boy, Wobbuffet. He's gonna go for the Scald. Hopefully he goes for Scald again, please. Damn. Fuck, it was wishful thinking, but it was common sense for him to go for the Calm Mind, so I just encore him onto that, and then afterwards, I'm just gonna switch out into my boy Adjective. That's what I'm talking about, son. So I'm thinking about knocking off his leftovers, and afterwards maybe going for the Confuse Ray, and then afterwards, maybe going for Skull to probably try to get the burn or something like that. Encore would end. He would finish my Tentacool off, and afterwards I could bring in Wobbuffet, Encore him until whatever he decides to attack me with. I recover with the Citrus Berry, and I survive whatever he attacks me with again, and I retaliate back with a Mirror Coat. None of that shit happens. He brings in Blastoise, but he's back out in Slowbro. I'm just gonna go for the Stun Spore. I'm like, yes! I can go for the Swagger, start foul playing the shit out of you, man! That's Among Us, what you know about that? But unfortunately, I'm gonna miss. How do you miss Swagger? How do you miss that? And he's gonna burn me with Fire Blast? What is going on here? This Among Us was responsible for killing off freaking Salamences and great Pokemon like Dragonite and Scizor, son. Even killed off a Heatran. You gonna let a Slowbro do that to you, son? Are you serious? Does Kashif Lyle have to release a bitch? Conqueror, you know that I'm getting a little bit upset. Make it known that I'm not about no games. And he gets in there and gets a critical hit. Oh my lord. Conqueror, switch out, man. Fuck out of here. You damn. Damn. What is going on? I switch out and he doesn't switch out. He goes for rocks now. I'm done. No. You don't get it. You don't get it. Somebody make a will, please. I need a publicist. I'm done. I don't know what is going on here. So I'm just gonna switch into this thing. Go for the Rapid Spin after I go for the Confuse Ray, and then unfortunately he's gonna break through confusion and finish me off with the Gyro Ball. I gave it like +2, so it's no more matter of the attack stat. So I'm just gonna bring in my girl, or yeah, my girl Synonym, and she's gonna finish off the Ferrothorn in this sense. Could've hit, didn't even matter, it's in the damn sun. So Slowbro comes back in, no longer confused. I'm gonna bring in my boy Among Us now. Go for the Swagger. He predicts that and goes for the Fire Blast, which is great. And then afterwards, I'm just going to go for the Swagger now. Hopefully I can hit, hopefully he'll smack himself a little bit. Maybe I can go for the Swagger again and get some decent damage with the Foul Play, but nope, alas, he doesn't hit himself in confusion. Scores a critical hit with the Fire Blast. All these crits and paralysis and all this other stuff. What the hell is going on here? He's gonna snap out of confusion without smacking himself. Slowbro, you're like the dumbest piece of shit I've ever met. And okay. Somebody help me. So he goes for the Fire Blast again. I'll go for the Mirror Coat. I'm like, you know what, that did a little bit of decent but damage, but it doesn't finish it off, so I'm thinking like, crap. Imagine if I went for Destiny Bond in this case and it didn't finish me off. So I'm thinking like, alright, he's got this and Blastoise left over. Maybe, I can't remember his last Pokemon, so I'm gonna lock myself into Fire Blast because I do have the sun up and he doesn't have leftovers. So I'm thinking like, it will do a decent chunk of damage. And as my kindergarten teacher taught me when I was in kindergarten, 1 + 2 = 3, and 3 Fire Blasts would have been enough to take it out. The idea was to lock myself into Fire Blast, finish off the Blastoise, and then inflict some fire boosted damage onto the last Pokemon, and then come in with my Conqueror, finish it off with a boosted Mach Punch. But like the Marvel vs. Capcom 2 character select screen, he took my ass for a ride. What you doing?